Road to Tokyo is a pretty good episode of Full House. I don't have too many thoughts, but I did enjoy it. This is the third episode of the 6th season of Full House. This is directed by Joel Zwick, and as always, there will be spoilers from now as I go through the episode and share some thoughts. As I said, I don't have that many notes, I don't have that much to say, but it's not a reflection of my enjoyment of the episode. It starts off quite sweetly with Michelle giving her broken toys to the boys, and then Stephanie gives Michelle her broken watch. And it's a fun way to start things off, but most of the episode focuses on Jessie. Michelle actually takes a phone call, and it's for Jessie. And it turns out he's number 1 in Japan. So he's going to Tokyo to do, I think, 2 weeks over there of promoting and things. And needless to say, he's really happy. And Becky and the boys go over with him. And it's really nice to begin with for them. They're enjoying it. Jessie is definitely enjoying it. But then Becky learns that Jessie has a jam-packed schedule. So they're not going to have any time together for sightseeing or spending time as a family. And on the one hand, I can understand why Becky would be upset. To think you're going on vacation, well, not necessarily vacation, but I feel like Becky did think it was going to be a bit of a vacation for the two of them with the boys, to spend all of that time together, to suddenly realise she's basically going to be on her own with Nicky and Alex in a foreign country, presumably a country where she doesn't speak the language. That's going to be quite painful to deal with. And if that was me, I'd be absolutely terrified to be left to my own devices so much. But at the same time, I think they should have really learned before they went what this would entail, what it would look like for Jessie, because it's not a vacation, it is a working trip. So I think they should have managed their expectations a bit better, but at the end of the day, it's a new situation for both of them. And we get this performance from Jessie, and it's an absolutely great performance. Really thoroughly enjoyed that part of it, and so did Jessie. He has fans everywhere. This is exactly what he wanted. It's a dream come true. Or is it? He finds out that they actually want him to do a tour for a year, and Jessie is bounding around like a puppy dog when he finds out about this. But he hasn't realised what Becky has realised, and that means he'll be away from his family for an entire year. And they get into a bit of an argument, but I like the fact that Jessie quickly realises, by which I mean within a couple of minutes, he realises that that's not what he wants. And it's okay to recalibrate your dreams. Once upon a time, this was his dream, to be this famous musician and tour the world and have these fans falling all over his feet. But now his priorities are different, and a dream for Jessie would be now to have some success, but also family time. And it's about finding that balance and maybe changing what his dream means to him. And I think it was really nice that Jessie came to this conclusion within this episode. I think had they carried it over, left us in suspense, what will Jessie do? I think it would have been a bit annoying. So I like the fact that it was wrapped up nicely and he realised. So that part of the episode I really liked. I thought it was really sweet and it worked really well. We had some great performances, and it's nice to see this character development and maturity in Jessie, but also nice to see him getting a taste of that dream and finally achieving what he's always wanted, but also realising that he's at a point in his life where he needs to have a bit more balance. We have a subplot involving Kimmy campaigning, and DJ and Steve are still together, and Steve is still eating everything, and Kimmy has an umbrella that she's using to hypnotise people. It was fun, it was padding, it was a way to bring the other characters into it, and it worked well enough, but needless to say, the main focus was on Jessie here. And I rather liked the episode. As I said, not a tremendous amount of thoughts beyond that. I don't have any criticism. I think everything worked really well, and while it's probably never going to be a favourite episode, it is nice to have a new environment, new characters, a change of pace, a change of mood for Jessie as well, because finally he's feeling like he's accomplished something, which is always nice to see. So, needless to say, Road to Tokyo, not a bad episode of Full House, definitely not an all-time favourite, but that being said, I think it's still pretty decent.